Oh man. I'll be back. Okay. I think I'm just gonna continue, right? Oh, I could go ninja. I could finish up ninja. I'll do that later. I don't need to do it right now. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Griffin on the wall. Well, as much as I enjoyed the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Oh? You returned from the council, but what about now? Did some other matter requires attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting rather long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Cryo, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I'm sure she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us Council's decision? Each of the nations, Isgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean alliance will soon have a significant force of the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial cop. Would like to be the Imperial cop between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not likely go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostiles without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin. Some means to convince him to abandon his reckless course. It may not be entirely infeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provoke a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely, if we are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake this. The necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route and the resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal, as are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi. I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kyle and I direct our energy use elsewhere. What of you, laborious? I will return to East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worst, it would seem wise to be on hand. Whether prevail upon you to accompany me, Gridania will be safer for your presence. Huh? And while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask you remain at the Rising Stones to pass my messages on and on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all you. How about me and Alice go and you stay here, Alphano? I suspect Hataru have little trouble facilitating communication between our forces under normal circumstances, but I can see she has her hands full nursing the resistance fighter back to health, no matter my turn on the field will come. Why are you guys still here? All I'm saying is that it wouldn't be the worst thing if we ended up joining the Griffins' fight against the Empire. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, isn't it? I am no ninja, but I did spend some few moons in the Charlene homeland, learning how to move unseen. Between Yugiri and my humble self, Vida and Papalimo will be well protected. Ninja! Come on now, man. I'm glad. There you are. Come. Our expire awaits. Prince, we need you here. We're about to set forth. 12 watch over you. Don't worry, Alphano. He'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. You make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which would it be? It would be best to describe before we enter the negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I shall shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. Classic Ida. I think I feel an edit coming on. Let's be on our way. Shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spy? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Welcome, Warrior Light. I assume you're here to speak to commanding officers. They'll be up top. Proceed. Pip pip. Hilda! I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see, and the sight of you might help remind them why we bought it. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the grand melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand up at your side. Disheartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news for them all? All has been quiet. What? It's definitely not this high. Unless I don't have max view distance. Report. What? 7 Hells fighting has broke out at the top of the wall. Full scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. What's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Possible. We gave no such order. Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to their deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we launched an offensive. This could mean more. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He would then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which with the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Glide, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? The company is embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but count on me. You can count on me. Must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the navigators guide us through the storm. Pip pip. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo, force action upon those who have turned their backs to suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter what the cost. From what Papa Lima told me, the trail ahead leads us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were another way. But the time for facility is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions, cut the path through the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste, and if anything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I wholly pray that we have enough time. Okay, this wall is the big one. I was looking at this one. Balzor's wall. $230. Damn. I wanna know what this is. What is this? I barely remember this person. It's on to meet you at last, as I know of only one Makosa Scion. You must be Archon Istola, meaning you diminutive companion is Mistress Cryo, the students of Battlestone. Sion, right? Diminutive? Perhaps there must be a mistake. I assume it was for my knowledge and my stature that you request my assistance. Ooh, talk to him. This mistake is mine. My apologies if I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceed directly to the matter of our objective. The adversary is the icon, Sephiroth, of the Warring Triad. The Fiends. It's literally Sephiroth without the H. Hold on. I forgot something. The Fiend. Since he wore a attrition after his defeat, he was imprisoned. So it's a failure, corporal form, meaning it will all be impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place. Stands waking up. Have much succinct assessments, Mistress Cryo. To the icon's den. Well, that's that settled. I will disable the restraints and Glide and his gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better than the other way around, I'd say, concerning our respective fields of expertise and, of course, my diminutive stature. Right, it's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. Bleep, bleep, bleep. I had no idea about the Sion. His curriculum was so comprehensive. We locate the controls, surplus restraints, which I'll gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls, mayhap my words were unclear. Only those blessed with the echo may safely enter the facility. Concern for my sanity is touching, but it's necessary. Suffice it to say, I'm no longer in danger of falling under the icon's sway. Yo, what the hell? Fleet loop warning. Verification systems detected multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. The Garleans. Come, Uranger. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I would be lying if I said I was slightly terrified, but I can't very well leave every detailed task to you, Scions. According to the histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the impeccable armies of the Allagons. And that more than once. To cut long story short, we have to get this right. I should do my best not to wake the icon up too much, as my grandfather always said. The certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. What? Containment Bay Sid 7? What? I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was going to be a hard mode dungeon. Oh, it is a trial though. What is this, Ashura? I gotta use the bathroom, but the queue's gonna pop. Damn. Hilda. There he is at last. Seems a bit too late of you to ask me. It's not like I don't understand though. Some days I'll be waking through the broom. Same as normal and I'll hit me or son just to change this. When I first saw him. It's naughty lordling. A little lordling that went on to fight 2 Knights of the Heaven's Ward with Glad here in a trial by combat. Not to mention, helping take the vault from the true brothers. Fury have mercy. It feels like a bleeding lifetime ago, but don't it? As it was, we've got knows nothing like what came before. It's blatant rebirth is what it is. Comfort to the fourth. We die, get us here, still this peace of ours? Maybe we've got to work twice as hard to make the broom a better place. And no more harassing blue bloods either. Hoorah! Oh, Q's about to pop. Just need a tank. Come on, we in tank. Tank. Oh man. Fog. Jolt him up, jolt him down. What is this shit? I don't know what this is. Man, what is this? I pressed the wrong button. About damn time. What is this? What? I don't understand. Got this shit again, man. Why? I don't. I don't care. It doesn't seem to matter. Distress people. L? I think you just have to stand still for that other thing. But I don't know. Advanced melding forbidden. The hell? What does that mean? Griffin! 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 He's the Moon Knight. Ilbrid. Of course he's the leader of the Amigo resistance. They'll never forget. I can't wait to kill this guy.
How'd you like these?
Flash powder. Stop it!
I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. For al amigo!
Al amigo! What the hell's going on here?
I have you now. How'd you like these? Yeah! Sloppy. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Sloppy. Yeah. I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy. For al amigo! You now.
When do I get to stab him? Can't poop on it? Poop on it.
You've beaten me, aye.
But that message has been sent.
What I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
Eorzea versus the Garleans.
We did it! We showed the bastards! Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Doman?
This is for al amigo, for Eorzea.
Laurentius.
They
Laurentius.
die that others may live.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Laurentius, where? I don't remember.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
War machines.
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
Who said we had to tell the
There's nowhere to run.
Eorzans
We're cut off.
what the Griffin's doing? Was that Alphino's idea? Or was it Kryl? No.
Gods help us! What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful. Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Crush. Ow.
There you are. As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre.
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ill-bird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
I thought he was doing the Mandeville.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal. You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Oh yes, I know their limitations.
I'm just gonna become the
which is why I
primal.
will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
Didn't I just beat you down? Why are you back up?
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
He's mad. He's Rip, he just died. That would it actually wait, hold on. What the heck? Rage incarnate?
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
What is it, Ralgar? Is that what they're saying? Or is this Zordiark?
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
Well, it can't be Zodiark, that's what the Asians want.
There is one thing.
What exactly, Papa Limo?
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible.
That's why he has
We
to
will need
stab.
hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tiptimati, of course. The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works.
And just in time. Big Papa.
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this.
Huh?
Take her. Please, you have to take her.
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Stay at his side. I mean, I highly doubt that. I'll stay. What?
Hilda! I think he means now!
The hell? That made me look weak. Ain't no way Papalimo marking me like that. What you talking about? Why I oughta.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
But what is he trying to summon? That's my question. Is this the 12? The power of the 12? Is it 12 or 13? I don't even know. Pretty sure it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So like 14 or 15 of those. Well then. That was quite an adventure. How many more must we lose? I understand only too well the desire to reclaim one's homeland, but I cannot condone such slaughter. It has been explained to me that what that light represents, and I have ordered our forces to stand ready. It seems we can do little else but wait. Every Ishgardian gets taught that the Sea of Clouds turns in the grip of the warring elements of water and wind, enough to tear you apart, they say. No one's ever gone to the bottom of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. So how did that bastard manage to get his hands on Nidhogg's eyes? The Warriors of Darkness found a way, apparently. Papalimo knew what he was doing. I could not refuse him. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalimo's my friend. I should have been there with him. He could see it in his eyes. He knew what he was. He knew what he was doing, what he had to be done. I said Louis wore the same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, all right. I know. There's nothing more you could have done. Elbrig caught us all off guard, and even Glide was powerless to stop him. Wait. That's not how it went down. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papalimo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on, go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Another brick. It's over, Papalimo. It's all over. Leave her be. Nothing you can say will console her now. Forever lost. Louisoix's finest student. Once again, I find myself at a loss of words, but Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and prize of our companions of all this. Pray make you way there. I will send word to Ishtola and the others for imminent return. Ba, 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 ba. One free. One free. Okay, hold on, I got it. Why does everyone look so grim? Something happened. Say something for heaven's sake. To seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Behind the griffin's mask was found the grinning face of an old adversary, Hilbert. I know not how, but he had in possession of him the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. You'll understand, to attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalymo was aware. Thus did the pupil fall in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. The depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind, aspected rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. A storm of water and wind. Mayhap it was the work of an Ashen, but now is not the time for idle speculation. No, now is the time for idle speculation. Krile, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. Wait, without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her brief deprive her of the act to will. Desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. You can't put links in here. Stop putting. If we want to put that team name, you have to put Viking equal GG. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilberd's cursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. School's out forever. My own grief is as crushing weight upon my heart, and when I think of what Ida must be feeling, Papalymo's sacrifice will not be in vain. We will find a means to deal with this primal. All I want to do is weep, but right now we need to hold back the tears and do what must be done. The obvious solution. Glad I wish to tell you more, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged, meaning we will still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance, one moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconvened. The alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They want to discuss the primal, of course, as of Yishiola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, elder seats here, doubtless. They won't. Shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told the Cid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to the proceedings. Wise decision. The more minds we have that work, the better. Oh man. What? A wise decision. The more minds we have, the better. I suggest leaving the rising stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Strand. Oh? Nani? Samurai.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course, and set my jaw till I made port.
How does everyone land in Vesper Bay? It's the only place? The only port?
Though, it would perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Yeah.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Yes, sir. A Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Dragons.
truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
This is why Sid is here, because him? I'm like wondering, we really got Sid over here? We've never brought Sid with us. And now all of a sudden we do, and here comes Nero.
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
Free agent?
What do you
Picked
want,
up by the
Nero?
Steelers.
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega. Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Carter since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it. I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
She's so short.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust?
Wrong.
You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I.
I'm tall for a Lalafell.
But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
True.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
What? That wasn't an answer, really. He just said it's up to us how we choose, but I guess the specifics?
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one.
Yes.
He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
Yes.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse?
Okay.
What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it?
Nope.
What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
Do we? Did we go over all our options?
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Nah, okay.
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. It would seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Cid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
They definitely have the same model. She has different eyes. Her hair, her thing is reversed. Like hers is on the right, his is on the left. She has lipstick on. Reddish cheeks. More red cheeks.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
What?
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Come on. That was unexpected. One which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn the council's meeting in the first place. True. A question mark. Alice is already on her way. Where is everyone? Goliath, Alpha, ready to go. The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he would be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him, despite his very timely offer of assistance? The thought of the man poking about in the workings of the airship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yuri are... well, here they are now. Here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying Cocoon even as we speak, and I would have their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear as understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, milady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. Alright. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior, move to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. My apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Stola and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Pray accompany say back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guests. Right, everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. Clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Interesting. Whoa. Strange though it may seem, Nero's former loyalties do not trouble me, but I can see why people are loath to lower their guard around him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't look at him like that. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land here in the toll's main square. Fake shit. Do I offer him tea? Alice, I understand. It would be bad. No kidding. They're gonna get themselves into some trouble.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Ay ay ay. The heck?
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Papa Limo. RP to Big Papa.
Your leave!
Honey?
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Uh-oh.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
Fair point.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giri? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oathbound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh boy. Clyde, wait, can I speak with you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Wait. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. Only a moment of stitching. But here. You can try it on now if you like. No thanks. What? Not a fan. Especially the monocle. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can tell how much this means to me. I can't tell you. To have crafted something worthy of the Royal Light, it's well, let's say it makes the practice worthwhile. But you charm to bring you home. May it always protect you. What is this tie? Take out the tie and the monocle and it's good. Alright, I can't continue yet. What is this? I can't do this yet. I'm gonna call it, well, for the main quest for now. Jeff Bezos Pesos. trash. Da 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 da. The Praetorium, the worst one. Nice. 40 minutes of cutscenes. Tyra Banks. Some got murked. Viking equal GG. Huh? Viking equal GG. Let me put this in. Come on. constantly pressing the wrong buttons. Here we go. This is something else. Maybe I should do these off stream. Yeah, now that I think about it, I should just do this off stream. He's gone.
Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima Weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Guys could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection can last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
Viking equal
In
GG.
Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. Strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
What the hell? Where was everybody?
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not. True power of the Ultimo weapon.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Law Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together. Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Alright, I think... okay, goodness. I just got this too. So it reset, but it counted because I did it before the reset, or we finished it after the reset. Okay. Alright. That's it for now. I'll be back later.